My name is Marlin. I live in New York City, USA. Once, our family was happy, but a tragedy changed everything. After my husband Jackson's death, my life and my 4 daughters' future were plunged into darkness. Poverty, society's indifference, and a mother's struggle. This is my story. Our home was small but filled with happiness. Jackson was a hard-working man, working in a factory and dreaming of a better future for our daughters. We had 4 daughters. Sophia, 16 years old, beautiful and intelligent, but her beauty was about to become a curse. Emily, 12 years old, smart in her studies, but circumstances forced her to grow up too soon. Aiko, 8 years old, innocent and highly intelligent, with a love for books. Sarah, 4 years old, small and pure-hearted, unaware of the harsh realities of the world. But one day, disaster struck our happiness. A factory accident occurred. Many workers, including Jackson, lost their lives. When I received the phone call, my heart sank. I rushed to the factory, leaving my daughters behind. Smoke, ashes, and screams filled the air. Jackson was gone forever. That day, I realized that when a woman loses her support, society does not help her. It crushes her. I had no job, no one to help me. For a few days, neighbors showed sympathy, but soon they turned away. At night, my daughters cried in hunger, and I blamed myself for not being able to provide for them. One day, the landlord came and said, "If you don't pay the rent by next week, vacate the house." That night, I stayed awake, thinking, will my daughters have to sleep on the streets? The next day, I started looking for a job. I went to a bakery and begged for work. But the owner looked at me with disdain and said, "You have no experience." I folded my hands and pleaded, "I will do anything. Just give me a job." Finally, he let me wash dishes. My hands would swell from standing all day. But when I fed my daughters, I felt my hard work was worth it. But the struggles didn't end there. Sophia was very beautiful. Her blue eyes and golden hair made her look like a model. But her beauty soon became her biggest problem. In our neighborhood lived a man, Carlos. He was rich, but his intentions were filthy. One day, he came to the bakery and smiled at me. "Your daughter is very beautiful, Marlin. If you want, I can help you." I felt something vile in his eyes. I refused, but he kept staring at Sophia. Sometimes he would stop her on the street, sometimes stand outside our house. Sophia started fearing going outside. One night, I saw him standing outside our house, talking on the phone, his eyes peering through the window. I knew that danger had arrived. Carlos kept approaching me, offering money. "Just send Sophia to me, and I will end your poverty." I replied angrily, "If you look at my daughter again, I will go to the police." He laughed. "The police? Do they listen to the poor?" That's when I realized what it meant to be a helpless woman. I told Sophia, "From now on, you won't go out without me." But one night, when I returned home from work, Sophia was missing. My heart sank. I searched everywhere, asked the neighbors, but no one knew anything. Then I remembered. Carlos! I ran to his house and banged on the door. Inside, I could hear laughter. I called the police, but by then it was too late. The police raided Carlos's house and rescued many girls. Sophia was there, scared, trembling. Carlos was arrested, but I still feared whether justice would be served. This time, fate was on our side. The police gathered all the evidence, and Carlos was sentenced to 20 years in prison. After this incident, Sophia decided to study law so she could help girls who had suffered like her. Emily worked hard and got a job at a big company. Aiko and Sarah also completed their studies. And me, I started my own bakery and began hiring poor women. Today, I am not just a mother, but an inspiration to hundreds of women. When I see my daughters happy today, I feel proud that I never gave up. I fought poverty, fought society, and protected my daughter's dignity. I am Marlon, an ordinary woman in America, who proved that if a mother decides, no power in the world can break her. Friends, if you like such stories, subscribe to our channel.